getting ready to go into work, and if you happen to hear the elevator, I'll either stop the audio or just re-record, but I'm going to go ahead and try to speak, and hopefully there won't be any interruptions. But Spirit came to me this morning and told me that I needed to address you just standing your ground in regards to people coming back into your life. I'm going to give another example of how they try to come back into your life with the bad intentions, how to identify this. And I'm doing this because I want to save you time in your life. Now, I'm going to go ahead and talk about my attitude. And I'm not doing this to try to encourage anyone else to think the same, but I'm just going to give you my reasoning behind it. The reason why, another reason that I don't take people back is because I'm over 50 years old and I've been in this relationship game since I was 13. Full disclosure, people. Ever since I was 13, that's a long damn time. And I have sense enough to know that there are a lot of people in this world and that life goes on. I go ahead and cry my tears. I eat my ice cream. I regroup. I go in hermit mode for a little while, regroup, and come back out. And I hit the ground running. I dust myself off and I go right back out there because that's what we're supposed to do in life. We're not supposed to wallow in negativity. Now, if it's a situation where you're involved with somebody and you see that they are changing, okay, that's fine. Go ahead and give them another chance. But other than that, if they're still acting crazy, you need to leave them alone. You need to leave them alone. And I know it's hard because you put in time, you put in money, you put in effort and everything else. And also, you're thinking about the fact that you have received offers from other people who probably look better than this person, had a better job, had a better living situation, probably had a bigger bank account. There are people like that approached you throughout the entire relationship because of your loyalty and your dedication and your love for this person. You stay with them anyway, and you think about those missed opportunities, and that gets you more depressed. So what these people have a tendency to do, the ones that are trying to get back in and out your life, they use an emotional manipulation tactic by putting you in a spiritual timeout. They'll sit there and do this whole big brouhaha, nitpick, and try to create a situation where it's your fault, and that's the reason why they're leaving and everything, and they dump you so they can go ahead and run around in the street and do whatever it is that they want to do, knowing that they're going to come back later on. They figure they're going to put you in a spiritual timeout, like some kind of punishment, like you're a little kid or something. I'm going to give them some time to think, so when I come back, they could act better. There are people actually out here in this world who think that. So let me tell you what happens in the case of me. I live in the world of opposites when it comes to negative behavior. See, the behavior that you expect from me when you try to pull emotional manipulation, you're going to get the exact opposite and you're going to get your feelings hurt. I'm not going to fuss back and forth with you. I'm just going to throw it right back at you. I've been in situations where I know for a fact that person didn't want to bust up with me, but see, there was something out there in the street that they wanted, and they knew that they wasn't going to be able to do it and deal with me at the same time. So what they did was created this scenario so where they can get out. They couldn't take it no more, and trying to make it think that it's all about me, and I know in the back of my mind it's not. I already know what the deal is. So they go ahead and say, well, I don't want you anymore. Okay, fine. I'm not the one to be given repeated chances. I give you one because of a mistake, but when it gets to 2, 3, 4, and I mentioned this in previous audios, that's a habit. I don't do patterns of behavior like that. So they sit up there and act like they want to move on, they're done, and it's so final. So hey, look, my mentality is like, we done. So I go ahead, go into hermit mode and regroup and rechannel myself. I'm like, okay, I'm going to chill for a while, be single, whatever the case may be. Or sometimes somebody else may come along during that time period. And knowing in the back of my mind, I said to myself, this fool going to come back. Because what happened is when you put me in that spiritual timeout, you gave me a chance to think. And that's a bad thing. Because, see, I start looking at things objectively. I start paying close attention to the things that I wasn't paying attention to. And I start thinking about behaviors that you presented that I didn't have sense enough to see. And all that does is encourage me to stay further away from you. So when you come back, you're dealing with a different animal. See, when you dumped me, you dumped a lamb. But when you came back to me, you had to deal with a lion. So you're coming back. First of all, you don't even have any sense enough to even apologize. Coming back like nothing happened, because it was an emotional manipulation tactic for you to try to get me to behave and act the way that you want me to behave and act. You had no intention of letting me go in the first place. But you threw your hands up in the air because you had no idea of what else to do to try to get me to do what you want me to do. So you come back to me, and I'm very dismissive. Most of the time, I ignore you, ghost you. And if I do communicate with you, there's no love there. That love is gone. I mean, really, what kind of person with any high self-esteem is going to sit there and allow somebody who dumps them on a repeated basis and keep coming back? If you're one of these type of people and you claim you have low self-esteem, stop lying to yourself, because you wouldn't subject yourself to that behavior. So what I would do is I'd be like, and if I do deal with them, guess what? It's purely for selfish reasons. It has nothing to do with love. I'm trying to be at a point in my life where I don't do those type of little revenge tactics. I'm trying to just pull myself away completely, because back in the day, I would have just did it out of spite, get everything out of them, just to teach them a lesson. But I'd rather just move on, because I don't want to bring negative karma on myself by using revenge on somebody else. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know that's another tactic that some of these people use who try to emotionally manipulate you. They'll sit there, pick a fight, create the scenario like everything is so final and everything else, hurt you, break your heart and everything else. But in back of their mind, they had no intention of letting you go. They were putting you in a spiritual timeout so they can come back later on and maybe they can get what they wanted from you with what they wasn't getting before. So I'm going to keep this a short one, but I thank you for your support of the channel, and I hope this helps somebody. Beware of this behavior, because you don't want to start one of these little boomerang relationships with back and forth, because once these people succeed one time at doing it, they're going to keep doing it over and over and over again because they see it work the first time. You know, these people have piss poor communication skills anyway. They have low self-esteem. It's about they're the ones that's damaged and have issues. You evolved until they come across somebody like me. I'm not giving you the time of day. And please don't push, because if you push too hard and don't get the message and don't leave me alone, I'm going to explode on you. And I'm trying to avoid these situations, but some of y'all are pretty hard-headed. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. Peace to you.